Clinical trials are crucial for advancing medical knowledge and improving healthcare. They allow researchers to test new drugs, medical devices, and treatment approaches to determine their safety and effectiveness. Through rigorous scientific methods, clinical trials provide valuable insights into the development of new therapies and interventions. These trials help us understand how diseases progress, identify potential side effects, and ultimately find better ways to prevent, diagnose, and treat various health conditions. Clinical trials are the cornerstone of medical progress. They bring together researchers, healthcare professionals, and volunteers to evaluate the safety and effectiveness of new treatments. From developing life-saving drugs to testing innovative medical devices, clinical trials play a pivotal role in shaping the future of medicine. By participating in these trials, individuals contribute to scientific breakthroughs that can benefit countless lives. The importance of clinical trials extends beyond the immediate impact on participants. The knowledge gained from these trials informs medical practice, guides treatment decisions, and shapes public health policies. Through rigorous data collection and analysis, clinical trials provide valuable evidence that helps improve healthcare outcomes for generations to come. In the realm of medical research, clinical trials stand as beacons of hope and progress. They represent a collaborative effort to advance our understanding of diseases and develop effective treatments. By embracing the principles of scientific rigor and ethical conduct, clinical trials pave the way for a healthier future for all. Clinical trials typically follow a structured pathway known as phases, each with specific objectives and goals. Understanding these phases is essential for comprehending the drug development process and the role of clinical trials in medical research. Phase 1 trials are the initial step in testing a new drug or treatment in humans. These trials involve a small group of participants, typically healthy volunteers, and focus on evaluating the treatment's safety profile, determining safe dosage ranges, and identifying potential side effects. The primary emphasis is on assessing the treatment's tolerability and gathering preliminary data on its effects on the human body. Phase 2 trials expand the scope of investigation by enrolling a larger group of participants, often those with the specific condition the treatment aims to address. The focus shifts towards evaluating the treatment's effectiveness in treating the targeted disease or condition. Researchers closely monitor participants for any changes in their health status, track the progression of the disease, and assess the treatment's impact on relevant biomarkers. Phase 3 trials represent the final stage of testing before a new drug or treatment can be considered for regulatory approval. These trials involve a large and diverse population of participants, reflecting the real-world demographics of individuals who might benefit from the treatment. The primary goal is to confirm the treatment's effectiveness, monitor side effects, and compare its performance to existing standard treatments. Phase 4 trials, also known as post-marketing surveillance studies, are conducted after a drug or treatment has been approved and made available to the public. These trials monitor the treatment's long-term effects, assess its safety in a broader population, and gather information on its effectiveness in real-world settings. In the realm of clinical research, it's essential to distinguish between interventional and observational studies. Both play crucial roles in advancing medical knowledge, but they differ significantly in their approaches and objectives. Interventional studies, as the name suggests, involve an intervention introduced by the researchers. This intervention could be a new drug, a medical device, a surgical procedure, or a change in lifestyle, among other possibilities. The researchers carefully control the intervention and monitor its effects on the participants' health outcomes. And observational studies, on the other hand, do not involve any direct intervention by the researchers. Instead, these studies observe and analyze the health outcomes of participants without influencing their behaviors or treatments. Researchers collect data on participants' exposures, lifestyles, and health conditions to identify patterns and associations. HIV and AIDS. Clinical trials have been instrumental in transforming the landscape of the HIV/AIDS epidemic. These trials have led to groundbreaking discoveries, dramatically improving the lives of people living with HIV. Through rigorous research and collaboration, scientists have made significant strides in understanding the virus, developing effective treatments, and preventing new infections. HIV clinical trials encompass a wide range of research areas, including treatment trials, These trials evaluate the safety and efficacy of new antiretroviral therapies, which suppress the virus and prevent the progression of HIV infection. Researchers continuously strive to develop new ART regimens that are more effective, have fewer side effects, and are easier to take. Prevention trials. These trials focus on developing and testing strategies to prevent HIV infection. This includes pre-exposure prophylaxis, which involves taking medication before potential exposure to HIV to reduce the risk of infection. Vaccine trials. Despite decades of research, an effective HIV vaccine remains elusive. However, ongoing vaccine trials continue to explore new approaches and technologies to stimulate the immune system to fight HIV. Cure research. While RT can effectively manage HIV infection, it does not eliminate the virus from the body. Cure research aims to find ways to completely eradicate HIV or achieve sustained remission without the need for lifelong RT. Section 5. Benefits of participation, advancing science, improving lives. Participating in HIV clinical trials offers numerous potential benefits, both for individuals and for society as a whole. By volunteering for these trials, individuals contribute to scientific progress, potentially benefit from cutting-edge treatments, and play an active role in shaping the future of HIV and AIDS care. Clinical trials are the driving force behind medical breakthroughs. By participating in these trials, individuals directly contribute to the development of new treatments and prevention strategies that can benefit countless others. Participants in clinical trials often have access to experimental treatments that are not yet available to the general public. These treatments may offer new hope for managing HIV infection or preventing its progression. Throughout a clinical trial, participants receive regular and comprehensive medical care from a team of experienced healthcare professionals. This close monitoring allows for early detection and management of any potential side effects. Participating in clinical trials empowers individuals to take an active role in their healthcare and contribute to the fight against HIV and AIDS. It provides an opportunity to advocate for oneself and others living with the virus. Section 6. Risks to consider, weighing the potential drawbacks. While participating in HIV clinical trials offers potential benefits, it's essential to acknowledge and carefully consider the associated risks. These risks can vary depending on the specific trial, the treatment being studied, and the individual participant's health status, side effects. As with any medical treatment, experimental therapies tested in clinical trials can cause side effects. While researchers strive to minimize risks, some side effects may be unknown or unpredictable. Treatment may not be effective. There is no guarantee that an experimental treatment will be effective for every participant. Some trials may involve placebo groups, where participants receive a placebo instead of the active treatment. Time commitment. Participating in a clinical trial requires a significant time commitment. Participants may need to attend frequent clinic visits, undergo numerous tests, and adhere to specific medication schedules. Emotional and psychological impact. Living with HIV/AIDS can be emotionally challenging. Participating in a clinical trial may bring about additional emotional and psychological stress, especially if the treatment is not effective or causes significant side effects. Section 7. Informed consent. Your rights, your decision. The principle of informed consent is paramount in clinical trials, ensuring that individuals make voluntary and informed decisions about their participation. Before enrolling in a trial, potential participants have the right to receive comprehensive information about the study, including its purpose, procedures, risks, and benefits. The informed consent process involves a thorough discussion between the potential participant and the research team. Researchers are obligated to explain the study in clear and understandable language, addressing any questions or concerns the individual may have. The potential participant has the right to refuse to participate or withdraw from the trial at any time without facing any negative consequences. Section 8. Protecting your privacy. Ethical considerations in clinical trials. Protecting participant privacy is of utmost importance in clinical trials. Researchers are ethically and legally bound to safeguard the confidentiality of all personal and medical information collected during the study. To ensure privacy, researchers use unique identifiers instead of names to protect participants' identities. All data is stored securely, and access is restricted to authorized personnel only. Any publication or presentation of study results excludes personally identifiable information. Section 9. Finding and joining trials. Resources and information. For individuals interested in learning more about HIV clinical trials or finding trials recruiting participants, several reputable resources provide comprehensive information. Clinicaltrials.gov- This website, maintained by the National Institutes of Health, or NIH, is a comprehensive database of both federally and privately funded clinical trials conducted around the world. AIDSinfo. This website, also maintained by the NIH, provides up-to-date information on HIV/AIDS treatment, prevention and research, including a section on finding clinical trials. Project Inform. This community-based organization provides information and advocacy for people living with or at risk for HIV/AIDS, including resources for finding clinical trials.